It would be very dramatic.
People scored like dun, 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 or
Yeah.
that music.
100%.
I'm old. That's an old show. The People Score.
Yeah.
You want to take a shot at mine, Barbie? Since like I interrupted you.
I see. Here's the thing. As much as I would want to do it right now, I'm not as like savvy as some of these people. And truth be told, no, for real. I know you guys are laughing, but truth be told, I'm super old school. I came from trad cry. Say it with me now, trad cry. I'm determined to have people say this word and start using it. It means traditional crypto. Traditional
Trad cry.
crypto.
Oh, it's not like crying over your trade. I was thinking it was
No.
related to like a bad trade or something.
No,
No crying in
cry.
the casino, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah, like no crying in the casino.
We knew that.
Wow, okay. What is trad cry?
So trad cry is basically traditional crypto. So I came from doing like, we've talked about this before, Christian. I came from doing like liquidity for Forex exchanges and stuff and hooking people up with larger sums of crypto before it was like easy to get your hands on a bunch. I had sources, and actually a handful of my sources, shameless plug here, a handful of my sources actually came from going to conferences like Futurist, which if you guys are not going, and I am going to plug it, I don't care. Love me, hate me, we doing this. Listen, if you guys go to the Futurist, I'm posting it up in the Jumbotron right now because I'm making cute little contents. It's so adorable. But yeah, so I put the little the post up there in the Jumbotron. So if you guys want to go to Futurist, I have a code. So if you put in Barbie25, you get 25% off of your tickets. But please do pull up. I want to see you all there. I want to meet a lot of people IRL that I haven't met IRL. I know I've met some of you guys IRL. But yeah, so before, what I was saying is I made a lot of little contacts at Futurist, but I used to do traditional crypto, which is like more so like the business side of crypto. I came into meme coins this year. I've made some money. I've gotten wrecked, and so I'm not a big person on buying meme coins. I'm not gonna lie. I will highlight them. I will talk to them. I will dissect them. But there are some people who are like way better at it than I am, and I just give it to them. I'm old school. I want to hold the old coins, the top 20s, the top 50s. That's why I work here with ICP people. I want to, every time EAC comes on stage, I'm like, oh, look, he's got his hand up, but he got me again.
It works for him. It definitely works for him. But yeah, Barbie, I wanted to thank you because you cleared it up for me. It's not that Clown is going to like vet every project that has a campaign, but what my point is this is like I feel like if a project's willing to reward people for shilling it, I think that they're going to be a better actor than someone who's not, right? And I've seen like bad actors use other people to shill their project. Meanwhile, they hide, as the anonymous dev, right? And then they have to like they're left holding the bag and holding the angry community. So I think that's the promising thing about Clown. But you're right. It would be opening up a like can of worms or Pandora's box to say that Clown's going to vet everyone. And this is what we're talking about, guys. We're talking about decentralized marketing, right? And so how do we do this? And I think Clown has a leading edge. I think ICP is the right platform for that. And I see that EIC's up here, Patty. We had a problem getting you up, and then Trash Panda. I love the name. If you guys want to talk, jump in or raise your hand. I know we had a little issue of talking over each other, but here's the rules, guys. The host can talk over everybody. The co-host can talk over the speakers, and the speakers cannot talk over the co-host and the host. I stole that. I stole that from Avni. How did I do?
You did fantastic. You did fantastic. I absolutely love it. No, you do. You get the You get the hierarchy, guys. There's hierarchy here. I see Neuro too. I'm excited. Oh yeah,
Patty's
Patty.
trying to test us. Well,
Patty is
what's the
definitely-
buttons?
Yeah, Patty is my big girl slash one of my besties from. Tex, did you kick him down?
At least I kept him in the room. We'll bring him back up. I just really wanted to do that because I love Patty. I love his sass.
Yeah.
But
Using his
you know,
power, I love it. That's so funny.
Knocked him right down. He said, "Nah, fuck that." I don't know. Wait, no, I did shoot you somehow. Hang on, I said for you to speak, but I don't know why it didn't let you come up. I shot you another one. But yes, so yeah, no, listen. Aside from hierarchy and stuff, let's get down to some real business over here. I want to talk about Clown for a second and reel it back in, right? Because that's what we are here for. You know, Clown has been, first of all, I just want to say Clown has been working optimally. Yes, we have some issues going on, and I do want to address some of those things. I am going to address them in this space, although I don't see the people who are talking about it as much in here, but we'll still address it, and hopefully, you know, someone will clip it and send it in the next time that's brought up in the DAP. So listen, you know, sometimes we're going to see these allocations on here, and you see that they have, you know, super high. We're seeing, sorry, on the rates, we've been seeing people put super high standards, and no, you're not getting paid out for it, right? And so I know that there's some people who are pissed off about this. And here's the one thing I can say: it's actually been the same person consistently who's doing this. And so if you look and you see that we're not going to hit this, look, our threshold comfortably should be 50. 50 participants is like the comfortable threshold, but make sure that you guys are looking at the reposts, the comments, and the likes as well, because those need to hit in time. Now, here's the thing, something like 150, and I know there's some people who are a little bit upset because I also did this, and I want to make sure that, you know, it's discussed. So I did one where I requested for 200 likes, and we fell short of that. I think we got to 140. The comments were, I think we just fell short like 10, and the retweets I think we had hit. But sometimes if I adjust those numbers, it's because that post has already gotten quite a bit of attention, and so I try to adjust it so that it's more engagement, because we want to max engage as a community. And so I understand that, but I'm seeing that this person, this Miss HNEXE, they've consistently been putting up these raids with, like, you know, they'll put 10 participants so it looks easy. And then they put a lot of the other goals unattainable. And I think the only way for us to actually avoid this issue going forward, and this is for everyone who is using the platform, don't partake in their raid. You know, I don't want to stop people. I don't want to dissuade people from using the DAP, but if they're, you know, and this also, I just want everyone to know that this is actually going to be fixed in the next update. The next update will make it so that no matter what, there is going to be, like, let's say we only hit a certain amount of participants or a certain amount of whatever, there will be a prorated amount, and so those will not be targets that actually matter, just in case, because this guy's obviously been getting a lot of free engagement by abusing the system that we have in place. So for now, until the next update comes along, I just suggest that you don't participate or use your tickets in those raids. I don't want to be rude, but it's going to dissuade him, and it's going to teach him that he needs to put the raids in a fair capacity, if that makes some sense. So I'm going to go to Clown because he's co-host, and we'll do Trash Panda and Tokens. Go ahead.
No, I think that you actually hit the nail on the head again, Bobby. That was a great point. And you know what was funny? In the Clown team, we had been talking about the kind of ratio and having to pinpoint, like, the engagement on the raids. And it was funny because we were kind of speculating that maybe somebody could game it, sort of like what this person's trying to do. but we had already had a solution coming for this next update. So it's going to be very short lived what this person's doing, but he kind of did it right before we're going to fix that problem. But it's so funny how, like, you think you got it down right, or you think you know how to prevent these things, and then somebody comes up with a way around it, or somebody comes up with their own unique way of gaming the system. And that's the beauty of crypto. That's the beauty of having an application like this. Like, all we got to do is just update the code. All we got to do is just make the game a little more, easier, and make it more, flexible. And that's the beauty of having a dApp. Whereas, like, a lot of other projects don't have a dApp, and if they're having an exploit, they sort of have to really kind of sort of change the way they're doing things from the ground up, and that's much harder to do than just having a dApp that you can update and say, oh, okay, we're just going to get rid of that feature and make that feature a little, harder to game, and then we'll just keep moving. And that's that. Like I said, I feel like we're kind of spoiled here in the team because we're focusing on what matters, because we have the dApp that allows us to be online 24/7. Like, the dApp is giving you guys 24/7 opportunities to make money and advertise. And shout out to Interlink out there. I have this, like, juggling gladiator gif going on in the background, and I love it. I mean, and look at the engagement on this comment here. He's got 26 likes, 21 reposts, 25 comments, 74 views. In a comment for this space. I had to go check the dApp thinking, oh, he must have had a raid for this comment. And it, mentira, there is no raid. He just has an awesome gif where it's like, the gladiator's saying, are you entertained? And he's juggling. So sometimes, Interlinked had been a part of our last space, and he had a raid, and now his page got more seen. And now he has a really funny, engaging GIF, and he's not even using the raid platforms yet. He's getting a lot of engagement just for this one comment. And I had to repost the comment on Snow's because it was so good in order to get attention to the space. I'm sure that people are looking at that fun, awesome GIF, and they're coming into the space simply from that GIF too. So I shout out to Interlink. That looks really cool. That's what it's about. Like these raids and these allocations are almost like helping you become a better person posting on X. And the more you guys are practicing, the more you're earning, the more positive reinforcement we're giving you, the better you'll be. And then, like I said, people recognize good quality. Very, very smart people out here, let me tell you. So you guys are going to get a lot of followers and a lot of engagement simply because you're getting better at this and getting paid for it, appropriately so. So yeah, thank you, Barbie. That was a good point. For sure, guys, we have so many updates coming, and we do our best to announce them. But sometimes we do the update really quick because we just got to stick to the pace of crypto. We got to be so on the ball that, like, I'm sorry if we don't get the announcement to you, or I'm sorry if the announcement is only a few hours before the update. But really, if you're in the crypto space and if you're like, hey, that update was too fast, I'm sorry. I think you're actually a little too slow for this crypto game. Like, these updates, they come quickly because, like, if you're in the know and if you're checking crypto pretty often, like, you should be already kind of aware that these updates are going to be kind of this quick and this fast, because we got to just stay with the pace of things,
Absolutely, absolutely. Trash Panda, over to you.
Oh, hey guys. I'm just here simply because I had a question about this clown again.
Shoot, brother.
Which I find, yeah. Hey, I'm just fine. Perfect, actually. So I've been thinking about how, and tested a couple of like comments and stuff like that. But I've thought about this for a while, and I don't know if I should like even ask, but I kind of have to, don't I? If you have, because you get money back based on engagement and stuff. What about, is there a way to like counter like engagement groups on your post? Is like, or is that some kind of hack? Like,
so counter engagement groups, meaning that if you have a group of people that you like, are real people, but you like telling them, hey, go and engage with my post because
yeah, basically
I'm going to get paid more money for the post and I'll give you a cut or something like that. Is that what you're saying? Like people forming their own groups and then having this engagement that could be fabricated, I guess you could say?
Yeah. You have like, there's loads of groups who does it. I mean, it's getting like taken down every now and then, but yeah, where you just basically say like, here's someone, can you rate it? It's like friends, people, like people grouping up.
I mean, I wouldn't see why not. I mean, if you're getting it organically and those are organic users, I mean, the whole point of the DApp really is to gain eyes and gain exposure. So, if you have people that are willing to go raid your comment and that comment gets already rating another post, I mean, you're bringing people to that post, you're bringing people to that project, you're getting eyes. I think the only thing we really frown upon, right? And also, I'll get to the second part in a second before I go in like 6 circles. But the point of this really is to get organic eyes on things, right? So that we can increase the conversion rate of whatever is being sold. At the end of the day, you know, each and every one of us who are partaking in this platform and partaking in all of these raids and allocations and posting, we're salespeople, right? Like at the end of the day, we are salespeople. You are making marketing for a company. You are putting together posting for a company. You are essentially an independent contractor that is making money from you know, these allocations or these raids. And by allocations, for those of you guys who are unclear, basically means your marketing campaign. So we have the marketing campaigns available, and you can go partake and go, hey, I want to talk about, you know, for example, who do we have on here right now? I want to go talk about Sneed, right? And so you go over Taco Down, you go over to Taco Down, you figure out what the project is about, which I'm a big fan of, by the way. And I know I'm going to kind of go on a tangent here, so forgive me, everybody. Strap in, TED Talk time. I prefer to go to a project. If I see a project on the allocations or in the marketing campaign lineup, I genuinely, first of all, I want to know what I'm posting about, right? So I'm going to go and I'm going to actually do a little research on that project. Why? Because once I know that project, and a lot of these projects have been coming back with new allocations, but once I understand the project, I have a myriad of ways to speak about it, little points that I can point out about it to make that post interesting and continue to post about it. And one thing that I was talking about a little earlier was really Clown should be here to help you to not only make money while you're learning or getting your account monetized on X, but also it's giving you the resume to be a KOL, to be an influencer in this space or for these projects. And who's to say that if you're not posting regularly for these projects and you're getting great engagement and you're making meaningful content, right? Who's to say that that company isn't going to reach out, or if you reach out to that company, that they might hire you for a more formal contract, right? So there's so much here that is possible. Shoot, a Neuro popped down there. I really wanted to talk to her. So sorry, Neuro. I know I talk a lot. Everyone's got a monologue today. But yeah, so, you know, that's one of the things. Make the content meaningful. Don't just copy and paste and throw it in Chat GPT. And one of the biggest things, guys, and I'll land the plane here because I see Clown has his hand up. Neuro's still on the speaker panel, so if we don't mind Clown, we'll go to her first. But the biggest thing I want to say is when you're marketing, do not cross-pollinate unless it specifically, you know what I mean, seems like it's an appropriate thing to do in that moment. Don't cross-pollinate, please. Meaning, do not tag multiple accounts. Do not cash tag multiple cash tags with different, different projects from our allocations. It's not going to pay you out any specific more amount. Like, it's not going to give you a boost. It actually cuts your mining in half, so you get less of each reward. But also, I'm not going to lie, it pisses off the allocator. So if you want these people to continue to be paying out and coming to the platform and utilizing us to do their marketing, you're marketing for them. In your post, you are marketing for them and them alone. Do not include Clown, right? Like, you don't go, hey, I'm getting paid. I saw one, it was so bad. It was so bad. And like, I love you guys so much, but this was just so bad. I couldn't even believe someone was like, thought that this was cool. They wrote, I got paid on Clown to post about this project. Like, come the fuck on, right? Like, guys, really, if at best you'd be like, oh, I found this project through Clown, but like saying I got paid to post this is fucking tacky. Okay, it's tacky, it's cheesy. Do better, okay? And I'm saying this with love. I love you all. But you know, at the end of the day, there's so much that can be made and gained from using Clown. You guys see me doing AMAs and hosting all of these spaces where I'm interviewing people and I'm bringing up these projects and everything. I don't have a monopoly on this, guys. I don't. This is something you can all be doing. Do I charge for AMAs? Absolutely. This is something you can all be doing, but you have to be showing that you're able to build and that you're able to market, right? And you need to be able to market with taste, and you need to be able to market to what that company's style is. And so take all those things in, guys. Take some time and actually, you know, put some effort into it. And I'm telling you, the little bit of extra effort is going to go a long way. I mean, $2 or something. I don't know. I got paid like, I think 60 cents or something like that on the last raid. You know, 60 cents isn't going to pay all the bills, but 60 cents is a lot more than me just going through Twitter and commenting, right? So I'm sorry I talked my little head off, but I had to get that off my chest because
No,
yeah,
I
there's some
think you're
people.
absolutely right, Barbie. You're absolutely right. And to bring the point home, that strategy that you're talking about, Trash Panda, thank you for bringing that up. It's a very short-term strategy that we can't control, but at the end of the day, as the DApp is evolving, that strategy might not work in the future. There's going to be points where there's going to be an update where maybe that strategy where you're trying to get like a community of people that you're giving a cut to engage with things, that might not fly 1 or 2 seasons from now. So, you know, even though it's something that people can do, it's not focusing on what Barbie's saying. Whereas like this app is here for you to enhance your capability on X, to work on your craft on X, and to get more seen on X. So when you get more seen, right, and then you work on your craft, like Bitwalker out there is one of our best posters, I think. He has a really cool visual. He has a really cool way of telling a story with his post. They're not too long. He focuses on just one allocator at a time, one project at a time, and he has an engaging way of just catching your eye when he posts. Now you might say, well, look at his engagement. His engagement's low. Yeah, it might be low now. It might be low now because he's just starting out and he's working on it. But I'll tell you, his kind of posts are the kind of posts that I see going viral very, very soon, where all of a sudden it hits home on so many different things. And all it takes is like a weekend or like a week of getting like an extra 100 followers. And then it builds up from there because now the quality is getting more seen. And then people like it and then like repost and then it just goes, and it goes so crazy to where it's like, okay, now he's making $5, $10, $20 a post. Now he's earning the real money that he worked for many, 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 many months. Now he would have probably done that on his own. You know, where I'm not saying that like we made Bitwalker who he is today or what he's going to be, because his craft is his own craft. He's bringing his side of posting, his style of posting to our table, and all we're doing is just making him more seen, and he's getting paid for it. And yeah, it is kind of tacky, guys, to say, oh, Clown is paying me for that. Yes, I know we promote that we pay you, but we don't pay you. Clown doesn't pay you. We don't, I mean, yeah, if we make an allocation in Clown, in a way, you might get some Clown or my ICP, but the community is paying each other. Like this is like we're not Kaito. You know, Kaito will pay you directly. Yeah, here's some Kaito coin for promoting Kaito or promoting whatever. And nothing but love for Kaito, but we're not Kaito, but we're better than Kaito because we have all kinds of coins, and it's from all kinds of people that want to donate to make this train keep on running. But Bitwalker, I think, and all you guys too that are like, you know, Tia out there and Aubrey and even Omnia and Y10L on the team, like their posting style is their posting style. And just because they don't have a lot of engagement doesn't mean they don't have a lot of value. Like look at all these coins that are pumping now, and like 10 11 months ago they were nothing. Like the engagement is not necessarily the value. It's just sort of like refining your craft and being seen eventually, just because after a while you're unavoidable. Like you become so good at what you do, and then you're using our tool, and then our tool is evolving over time as well. So where we're going to be even more helping you get even more seen, and you're here kind of early. So that's why I think these spaces are great for you guys to take advantage of, and sign up now and really be a part of the process, because you're getting in early, and then you're also going to be developing a strategy that's going to be around for the long term. Because as we update the DApp, if we're using kind of like old school tactics, like I would imagine Trash, Panda, that's like an old school kind of tactic to me, where it's like, oh yeah, let me get a bunch of people and let me round them up and let me have them engage in my thing, because that's like sort of how it's always been. That's cool, but since the times are changing, these times are a changing, and this crypto is a changing. Sometimes those things might be phased out for sooner than you think. And I got to tell you, like just like meme coins, Barbie, yeah, like meme coins were all the craze, and they're still all the craze, but they're kind of like now sort of isolated into those like meme coin launchers. Right now people are all about meme coins, but only in those meme coin launchers. If you have a meme coin now outside of the meme coin launcher, I would assume that people will be like, hey, what else are you bringing to the table? Because I can play meme coins all day in those launchers. You're not a launcher. Like, what are you now? What else can you do? Because meme coins are they're going to be now known, in my opinion, for these token launchers. And that's a brand new iteration in this crypto cycle because of Pump Fund. Pump Fund started that, and then everything else is kind of like, there's been like 3 or 4 or 5 of them since then. But I remember when Pump Fund launched, and I was like, oh, there you go. Meme coins now are going to be phased out. Like, I can see it coming. I saw it a mile away, and I'm kicking myself that I didn't, invest in Pump Fund coins, but it is what it is. You just got to stick with what you know. And thank God, I ended up in a good utility team, and I'm really much happier now than playing with meme coins. Even though my love for meme coins is vast, but still, I'd rather be here where it's better utility and better, long-term sustainability by working with a team and working with Barbie and working with Tex and everybody. Sorry, my rant. I'm going. This really is like what's in the air today, Barbie? Like we're all ranting today. We're all sort of like high on our own supply. I'm sorry. I'm not going to.
Not me. Nope, not me. Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby, and don't put that evil on meme coins.
Tokens, you have your hand up. I'm gonna call to you. How? And then I think what happened to that lady Neon, Barbie? I think if you can come back up. That person before Barbie was saying, but Tokens, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, man. And like, first off, I just wanted to you just spoke so passionately, and I'm very passionate about like what I have going on right now. And I'm also like running on so short on sleep. Like taking like a lot of Adderall, and like I feel like I have like some things like falling apart around me as I'm trying to launch a coin. And I'm not here to show this. I just have to I can't explain it to the group with as much context without mentioning that. So like I'm sorry, Barbie. I do know the dynamic of spaces. I've been around, just the crypto investing for like a long time. So I apologize about that. I don't want to be that person. So I don't want to overspeak people, and I don't want to. It's tough for me to not be long-winded, so I'll try to just wrap this up. I just kind of fucking lost my train of thought, to be honest with you. But like, really, I just want to come back on stage and say I didn't want to disrespect. I didn't want to be rude. Try to be very mindful of that, mindful of spaces. I'm self-aware, and here's the point: is I love what you guys are doing, and you love the mentality, because I truly think there's so much money here. There's a lot of ways to succeed and win together. When you know that the person that you're with, or all their intentions are honest and true. So the goal is success. Like with this coin that I'm launching, my definition of being successful is everybody makes money. I'm going to be the dev, full access to me. I'm not pumping the coin, but I'm just saying this is how I would want a coin run. So I've been involved with enough projects that I know how I want it to be run. And I just want it to be the whole goal is honest and transparency. I only win if you win. I'm not selling. So let's fucking go. And I think that should be we can all do that. I plan on printing money out of thin air for this, and everybody can do that. And if you work together and you have people that are committed not to sell, build days, build a base, you have motion behind you. Like it's not that hard to be good people. It's way harder to be like a bad person for me. And like I've taken some hits and losses over like the years, and like when's both season coming? So let's go with this coin. I'll drop the names. Like I don't even want to drop the name because I'm not harsh on this. But just to provide text to like how much I align with what you guys are doing, and like I would love to if this coin gets traction. I want you guys on like my spaces, and like I'd love to be able to speak on yours because unless like you're like Doge and like Shiba Inu, like it's not a competition. I think it's like a movement. And if we move together, we win together. And that's really like what I'm so passionate about right now. And like I feel like it's so executable. It's just like you need motion and you need people that are smart. And like when you spoke just now, man, like you speak very well. And like I love what you're saying. So I sent you some DMs. I sent you a DM as well, Barbie, because no one disrespect it wasn't. I'm sorry, like
No worries.
running on short sleep.
My job as a host
And
is
I'm
to
fired
be
up. I'm
realistic.
fired up, and like just like my man there. So like I'm gonna shut up now. And like I want to align with like people that are doing good things, and I'm this passionate about it. So and like this, I can bring a lot of things to the table. And so I'm here for it. And if you guys want to do stuff, like I think we can do big things.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like this space is definitely about, gaining exposure. Well, specifically this Thursday space is mostly we try to keep it about clown, just so that we can, help out the users because we're constantly onboarding people. I mean, what's today? Today, I think I saw, I'm going to look right now because I'm literally sitting on the website. We're at 1,043 users. We have 43 people currently online right now, which is super cool. Our goal at the beginning or to end off September was 1,000. By the end of September, I think we had 2 days left. And I think we got, 10 or 15, something like that over. So we're growing exponentially. And so we host these Thursday spaces to help you guys if you have questions about the platform, how to use the platform, some of the updates. This is kind of like the weekly clown AMA, so to speak. And then, our Thursday space, which tokens, you're more than welcome to come up if you're ready, because I saw your message there and you're not quite ready yet. But when you are, Sunday spaces are all about shilling. It's a shill and live raid space. So what does live raid mean? Essentially, if you guys have not been on the Clown platform yet, we have a feature that allows people to go into our marketing campaigns and see that there is a raid available. So they can go raid that post and they take the URL from their comments and submit that link onto our DApp, and they get paid out for commenting and rating. So it's just a really cool feature. So for those of you guys who are not clear or aware of what we do here at Clown, we are a decentralized marketing agency. So on the Sundays, what we do is a shill. Anyone can come up and talk. Everyone gets a couple minutes to, give us their elevator pitch. But for some of the projects that want to be highlighted in that space and have some extra airtime, what we do is we create a partnership in the background and we launch live raids at the very beginning of the space. So throughout the space, people are rating that specific post. And it's cool because not only is the project owner getting a massive amount of engagement on their post, but also all the people who are rating are getting paid in real time while we're still live on the space. So it's just a really cool feature and really cool space that we've been doing. So tokens, if you want to come and talk about your project anytime, feel free to pull up on a Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I see Crypto Junkie down there clapping his hands. He's like one of our biggest supporters. He's definitely jumped on. He does his raid every Sunday with us. I think he's locked in. I might be just talking shit, but he said, I'm locked in with you guys. I'm using you. And I'm like, I believe him. I believe him.
Oh yeah. we love
Yeah,
Crypto Junkie.
and we love that project too, by the way. That if anyone is looking, when we were talking before about looking at projects and doing like crypto court or whatever, which Crypto Junkie, I wish you would come up, but we were talking about doing like a crypto court space wherever, like almost like a shill space where everyone can come up, but then we have a panel of people who basically tear them apart and just like ask questions and get to the bottom of it and like put them through like a crypto judicial system. I don't know. Oh, you came to the stage. Hi.
Hello, Barbie. What's up? Tex, Clown, what's going on, guys?
Aloha, senor.
I was
Hello.
just talking about your project and how you guys use Clown to advertise, and Tokens here with his hand up. Tokens, you probably just need sleep. I'm not a medical doctor, but Christian is a paramedic, so maybe he'll have a better comment. But anyway, that's called ADHD. What I just did right there. But anyhow, that's what Adderall is used for. But anyways, Crypto Junkie, CJ. We were talking about Clusterfuck and how you guys use the Clown app. How is your experience with Clown, and maybe you can talk about it, because this is one of the things that we're trying to highlight here, and maybe tell us like how that affects your project, because I'm saying like the good actors are the ones that are using Clown, not the bad ones.
Yeah, man, 100%. I'm gonna start it with Clown's services are absolutely amazing. Every time I've used them, our posts go crazy. And what is cool about it is that it's when I go back, because I try to interact with everybody's posts, and I also try to do that because I heard you guys say that the more interaction on their posts, the more they can receive or something like that. So I just try to interact with them, all the posts, and when I see them, they seem like they're organic posts, and they're coming from people, and I mean that's what it is. It doesn't seem like that. I didn't mean it to sound like that. They are organic posts coming from people, and that's the kind of interaction that I'm looking for on all my stuff. And that's the kind of interaction to where these guys are just working, but they're people. So they're they're reading whatever your post is. They're also seeing it. So you're going to be pulling in some of these guys that are grinding into your project. Also, you're getting their eyes. Plus, I feel like our spaces have been getting a lot more action because we run it every Sunday. I try to run our spaces posts before our spaces come Sunday night, and it really, I think it's helping us with our numbers, man. It's boosting interaction. I'm happy with it, and I'm 100% committed to doing it every week. And I think anybody that's smart, that wants to push their project and wants some help in a more organic way than using these, somebody gets you 1,000, 10,000 interactions or views on your posts, right? But they got 2 comments. That's all them bots smacking it, and it's simple to see. Everybody can see through that. So what Clown's doing is different, and different is what is what ends up being really cool, man. I'm lost of words. I'm not the most educated individual, but doing the different shit is that I talk to rich people and learn from them, and they say, well, you got somebody else doing. That's how you find it. And so they're taking what they've seen others doing the right. And
Yeah, you're starting to rug, CJ.
Oh, I
But
thought that was
definitely,
me.
thank you.
I definitely
No,
thought that was me.
but the point
I'm like
that
standing up, walking around my dining room, like, shit, gotta get a better signal.
But the point I was trying to make was that he's getting organic people in his community, and his community is all about good actors and highlighting the good people. And so that's a great way not to get a bunch of people that are just out there for, to get, because there's a lot of wolves on this space, that they join a community that's a good one, and that's kind of like their shtick, right? Oh, look who I'm associating with, right? A wolf in sheep's clothing. So like, this is a great way to like get the right type of people, into your space. So that's the point I was making. But anyways, we can go to Trash Panda with a hand up.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, so I'm just curious, and thanks for the answer earlier, by the way. But I also wonder about, let's say if I have well, I do have a project, but if I, as I just randomly wanted to get my stuff on there, I should like checked it up and like looked it into it first. But how do you go about it? Is
So,
basically
you
what I'm
know,
looking for.
you could totally log in. We recommend using the OIC wallet, and OIC wallet is the best wallet on
Wait,
IC.
wait, Christian. I'm sorry. I'm going to interrupt you right now. The first step is to go up there to the Jumbotron where my
True.
referral
Yes,
link is.
that's exactly right. That's the first step. No, totally. You use Barbie's referral link to sign up for the DApp because people have referral links
Oh,
when you
I'm
sign up for the
already in.
DApp, and you could actually referral this DApp to somebody that you know, and then if they sign up through that referral link, when they're doing posts, you get an earnings from the engagement on their posts and for a few seasons, and also the allocations that they make as well. So it sort of incentivizes you to sign up with Barbie's link, of course, so that she gets her payment. But also, when you log in, the biggest issue is the wallet, right? We have OIC as a wallet to sign in with. You could also use Phantom. If you use the Phantom wallet and you're in Solana, you could use that wallet as well. If you don't have any wallet and you want to just use your Google ID, we also have NFID. NFID uses your Google to sign in with that wallet. Now, once you're signed in, you're in the DApp. Clown.it.com is the application that you're using. Now, when you're signed in, we need to verify your X account. So, if you join our Telegram, that's another great way to access the team and access the dev for the application. Once you basically log into the application, automatically there'll be a post on X saying, "I just joined the Clown DApp," and that's sort of like a signal to our dev. Okay, let me verify this person and then connect their X API to our DApp. Now, once you're verified and once you're cleared and ready to go, and we deem that you're connected to our DApp through your X account, now when you're in the DApp, you'll see that there's people that put allocations, which basically are like bounties or like pools of tokens that are available to you. And based on what you tag in your post, and based on who you're promoting, you get to earn that pool of tokens. Those are the allocations. Those are the campaigns that are going on for weeks, 2 weeks, months at a time. Now, the raids that we're talking about are another feature where basically you could earn based on your comment on a post. If somebody is saying, "Hey, for the next 8-9 hours, this particular post right here, engage with it, like it, repost it, save, and comment, and then be a part of the raid, submit your comment to the DApp, and then you'll get paid for your comment and your engagement on that post." That's a short-term campaign. And that's basically the way that you're able to get seen, because what this DApp does is it's boosting the engagement on the X algorithm. And at any point in time when that happens, you actually get more seen because now the algorithm pushes you up on the the feed, and also in everybody else's feed, all happening at the same time that the raid is going on and the allocations are being promoted. Now, what we do on our shill spaces is that we have a raid or 2 or 3 going on, all on that same space. So last week, yeah, 5 even, yeah. We have a ton of raids going on. Last week we almost got like 1,000 viewers. We were one viewer away. We had 999 viewers on our spaces, and it was because we had all these raids going on at the same time. Even Barbie, didn't we get almost botted or something like that? I didn't even know that was possible.
Someone
so much
bought
attention.
space too. So yeah, I don't know why someone did that. Well, I do. It's because when you have bots, and this is the thing, this is an ongoing, all around thing. Elon does not like the bots. And so X is so committed to checking out and checking for the bots that this is why we like what we do, because everything we're doing is organic. Our team will literally go, "Hey, this person made a lot," because you can see how much people are making right on their posts. So sometimes the team will go, "Hey, this person made a lot on their post, but what the heck? They only have 100 followers. Their account was made last month, and they got 10,000 views on this post and only 2 likes and a comment. Clearly, this is botted activity." So like we're really anti-bot, and we'll give them a warning. And then if they, if they continue and we notice them again manipulating the system, then we just, we lock them out of the account, and that's it. Like you can't use our platform. We're absolutely 100% here to be organic. And I don't think that's harsh, because we're, my personal goal, and I know the team is like giggles. I'm pretty sure they're like, Barbie's crazy, because I'm always like, Kate, no, I'm in the background. I'm like, we're $1 billion company already. Act like it, and so everything we're doing has integrity. Everything is here to be grown in a way that, because once this company builds, right, like right now we're working in crypto, but we're totally able to branch out and work in gaming. And actually there was a guy that came onto my space, or onto a space yesterday that I was in, talking about another platform that basically does this, but it's specifically for gaming. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, let me sign up and just go snipe these clients. Like that's like who's paying for allocations? I'm going to get them, because at the end of the day, we can break out of this, and that's my main goal, is to bring this to the masses, and let us, get to the point where now we can expand to like things like TikTok and Instagram. And now we're paying out all these people across all of these platforms, instead of just X. And it's totally possible. It takes time, but also, that's one thing I'm really bullish on Clown about, is that as long as we decide that we want to be outside of the norm, and as soon as we want to be outside of crypto and really start pushing outside of crypto, I mean, we're going to achieve that. And it takes baby steps, because all of us we're in a little bit of a silo. We all know each other. We circle in the algorithm together. But one of the things, and I'll land my plane here because I just realized I'm just on a tangent. Guys, something's in the air today.
Something is in the air. No, you're hitting all the points there, Barbie, for sure. Go ahead, land your plane.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say, actually I forgot now. Okay, never mind.
Oh man.
You know what I gotta say about landing your plane? It's because Barbie's such a big deal. She's, big planes need long runways. So, I learned that about myself the other day. Is, I'm just a big plane, guys. So I need a long runway. So, anyways.
But just not plain Jane. Barbie is not a plain Jane. I can tell you that. I think she's got a lot of spunk.
No, not that. Not PLANE.
I know. I'm terrible with the pun. This is one. But I guess I wanted to say, Crash Panda, to wrap this little rant that I had. Actually, the dev just notified me that the next update, you won't even have to do that extra step of like trying to get your X page tied to the DApp. It's going to do it automatically. So this is the thing about a game, Barbie, and the thing about our updates is that we're constantly evolving the DApp, and we're constantly working on it just like a regular game studio would, basically refining the product. And that's really what it takes to stay around long term. We do have a long-term perspective, which a lot of people don't have in crypto. They come in here and they just want to make a quick buck, come in and come out and move on with their stuff. But it is reassuring to come across people like yourselves that are in it for the long haul. Even after the altcoin season's over, they're planning on making this a career. And Barbie too. My gosh, it's like the best thing to meet somebody that's actually doing this full time, like I am. And I would have never imagined to do this full time, but now that I'm doing it full time, I'm addicted. Like I'm like wanting to do this as much as I can and see it grow. And then there might be a point in time where we have such a big enough team to where everybody has their own roles, and then everybody can sort of like take a breather on a day or two. But it's almost like 24/7 here in the crypto space, and I've sort of embraced it. It's not for everybody, but it's reassuring to come across people like yourselves that are in here all the time. Like all the regulars here, thank you for coming to these spaces, and you're always here, and you're always representing us, and you're always in the DApp too. And that I noticed it, and I always appreciate you guys big time. You're like a big support to us in the team. We're always feeling like we have to sort of deliver because you guys are always involved. So yeah, but no, these are great points, guys. And I was saying tokens earlier about like ADHD. This is all my autism. I'm just on the spectrum, okay? I don't have to take any Adderall to do this kind of stuff.
Dude, like we're the same, dude. We're the same. I think like
whoa,
like you and I, like
they didn't call
a
in
brother from
tokens.
another mother.
Hold on, tokens. Hold on. I'm going to take the opportunity, Christian. It's important. Adderall. It's for ADHD, right?
Really?
Yeah. So
I've never partaken.
no, come
I
on
just
now.
have like
Come on now, because
caffeine.
I'm concerned. I'm doing a welfare check here. Okay? I'm doing a welfare check. Do you think Tokens, by everything he said right now, does he need sleep or more Adderall? What do you think?
I don't sleep. I
Dude,
always
it's like
recommend
sleep
high
is not an
quality sleep.
option, man. Sleep is not an option, unfortunately.
No
And
more
No, no,
Adderall.
no, no, no,
No,
no.
sleep is
hey,
important.
like
The only
I'm
way that you
launching
can
a
gain
coin.
independence with
I'm
sleep.
launching a coin like legit in 2 hours. So sleep's not an option.
Oh God.
And I've had
Oh
people,
God.
I've had
You're
people
like
like, like
our Dev doesn't sleep, man. He's like on
yeah,
24/7.
like Dev goes to sleep and the fucking coin goes down. Like I was planning just staying up. I took today off from work. And I've had people that like more of my tech guys, and there's not much left to do. So we're gonna launch tonight, like probably around 6:30. And I'm not shilling this, like I'm not, but like what you are talking about, like
Hold on.
what I've been
What are you
saying
doing?
in relation to the coins. Just finish this. Like I'm the I'm the person launching the coin, so there's transparency. I'm putting my reputation on this. I'm not gonna rug, and I'm gonna cook as hard as I can. I'll go to zero before like I'll die on this coin because like the first one. So
This
people
is dangerous. This is super dangerous. Red flag. Red flag.
people
Red flag.
no, it's like hey, like you're not gonna see any green flags if you're fading this. But I'm not shilling this. But there's a lot of motion behind it. There's a lot of support financially. There's a lot of like there's a lot of, and I got a lot of tricks up my sleeve. So I'm not telling you to buy it.
Oh, I bet
I'm
you
trying to
do.
explain my.
I'm gonna not shill this while shilling it.
But no, it's more in line with what like Clowns was saying in terms of being like you're vetting companies. I actually I DM'd you because I want to see how like if I like what's the. I haven't looked, like I just came in here the first time, so I haven't seen like what like what you offer. So I'd like to talk about that to maybe buy the service prior to launch. Like I don't know if that it works that way, but I want to promote. This is an honest project. I'm really like the main stakeholder. So you guys are hearing me now. If the coin rugs, like it's not me, and there's no way because we're building the base. We got money behind us. We got motion. There's like 125 people in my group chat, and they're all buying into the process. Here's the take. There's a lot of nuances to the coin, and like I'm not saying like buy in to make money. If you do, I mean, here's the shill. Here's the real part of it.
Okay, no, there's no here's the shill. All right, to answer your question on Clown, right? What you're saying is you want to use Clown to possibly promote your coin. And what I asked earlier, just so we can have clarity on this, is that Clown does not vet. It's decentralized marketing, everyone. Clown does not vet these projects. Okay. I think what happens though is that people who decide to promote these projects, they can do their own vetting because it's not a bot. They're not necessarily, they need engagement. They're putting their reputation on the line, just like you are, Tokens. And that's the fundamentally what is good about Clown is that real people are looking at these projects, and and Barbie stressed on this. They're looking at what they actually do, doing their own research. So it's kind of like anybody seeing a Clown promotion, right? Is they know that at least a couple people or many has looked at this and decided to promote it.
I want to be aligned with that. I want to be aligned with that.
I gotcha. Let me land my plane.
Yeah, dude. I need a big runway
Right,
too.
I don't see a mute button. I'm gonna mute. Okay, there we go. All right, that's how this works. Okay, so now I'm all distracted. Now I need some Adderall. But anyways, no, what I'm saying is be clear that this is not, Clown does not vet, because it's decentralized, guys. They do not vet the projects. So what you should do, Tokens, right, is to go up to the Jumbotron and click on Barbie's link. I did this, and then I learned how to, push buttons and interact And then there's this thing about allocations. Now, what Barbie's really good at, and this answers Trash Panda's question, is how do I do this? Well, you can DM Barbie or Clown there, but Barbie's the one you want to talk to. Sorry, Christian, but Barbie's been doing the allocations for people, and then strategizing the best strategy. Now, obviously, like there's this one that I was gonna promote, but then Barbie told me not to, and then it's full. I still need to know why I should not promote it, but anyhow, Barbie's the expert on promoting and marketing, and so definitely shoot Barbie a DM, if and not just you tokens, but anybody else in the crowd that has a project that wants to learn how to set up an allocation. But honestly, the best way to learn is just to click on Barbie's link and play around with it. That's how you learn things, by doing. At least that's for me. So and with that,
100%.
I will. Okay.
100%. And I
Okay.
clicked it, and
With
like I
that,
DM'd you.
I will land my plane. Okay. Barbie, did you want to say something? And then tokens, you can go.
I'm sorry, I thought you were done.
No, now I'm done. See, when I mute, you see that mute?
Okay, text, chill the fuck out. Tokens, go ahead.
He's drunk with power.
No, like I would like so.
Chill the fuck out. Like, I don't know
I love it.
what the hell
It's
just
so fun.
happened there. He took a testosterone shot and was like, "Yeah, let's fucking go." Amped. Let's
Uh,
go.
use for
I probably need one.
This woman is watching. No, but like,
Right.
just I'll walk you through how to get onto the DApp after this, and then also it seems like you're better off in the shill space on Sundays. That's where we give you all the time to shill this project.
We don't give all the time. We give a few minutes. Relax.
Right.
And like,
We have a lot of
please know, like I just like want to get this out there. Like, please know, like I am mindful of spaces. I wouldn't shill a coin like in the first time popping up into the spaces, and this is the first time coming into the spaces, and I'm in the spaces because of Barbie, and because I had like a really good experience with her on the other night, and I think spaces on I always mess this up. Spaces on X is in here with Cyber and Cyber Moon, and they're doing. These are such good people. They align so much with like what you guys are doing, like, and it's just like I want to align with people that are just doing good. Like really, that's like it's like I've got like $9,000 taken out of a crypto account like when I was like a couple of years ago, and I hate scammers. We've all been rugged. There's no crying in the casino, but like it's easy to win in this space doing good, like with like smart people and coming up with good ideas and being loyal and like aligning and just like operating like businesses, like I have an MBA in business, and like this is how I'm gonna run this coin, and it's not a shill. It's just like I want to align with people that are doing this, because if we all align, like we can do big things. And I've sent you some DMs, and we can talk about this offline, but like I'm just as fired up as you are. And like granted, I'm running on a little sleep, some Adderall, but like I'm gonna launch in this coin no matter what. And this coin is like my baby, and I'm not promoting that, but I just want to see like a change. I want to try to. I work for a nonprofit, so I help a lot of people. It's in a finance, real estate sense. It's where we do a lot. But like I enjoy helping people, so I want to. Like we can all win here. There's so much money. Like let's win together, because it's easier to win together. Like no I in team, like all that jazz. Like I just want to be involved, and I am loyal as fuck.
Yeah, so honestly, I think like again, the best way, hit up Christian. Christian will walk you through setup if you already did. The other thing I wanted to just throw in, Christian, you mentioned signing up through Phantom. I want to throw this out there, guys. If you sign up through Phantom and you're using an Android, it's extremely hard to use the platform. So if you're using an Android phone and you're signing up, don't use Phantom, use OIC instead. It's just something I've noticed. iPhone users, if you have a problem getting into the DApp on a regular browser, try to do it through your Phantom browser. That's one thing I've also noticed. Just little things that I've been picking up along the way. Of course, up at the top, you guys do see that there is the very first slide is the Telegram chat. It's where you can get a hold of everyone. if you need help with anything. Yeah, so the other thing I wanted to mention on a little bit of a lighter note, okay, I've been toying with this idea, okay, I'm toying with this idea right now. I've kind of got it sorted out, but I'm thinking, you guys know I'm all about like producing these crypto shows and making like I'm really into this. And I'm gonna sidetrack for a second. Before crypto, I was, doing a lot of like Afro entertainment. So I was, working in the space. Yes, I was a video girl for a little bit. I actually just always loved doing like entertainment and all of that. So being able to do and produce shows in the finance space, like when I came into finance, I was like, I have total imposter syndrome. I kill it at this industry, but being able to bring like entertainment um, and crypto together is honestly such a blessing. But so my new show I want to start, and hear me out. I've got it all planned out already, but I do need sponsors. I want to do like a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire day. So I will probably hold it like once a month to start until we pick up the pace. But we'll start, I think the first question will be $1, second question will be $2, and we'll go up to $500 question. So if anyone is interested in getting involved in that and sponsoring a question, there's literally 10 different tiers of question to sponsor. So yeah, definitely reach out. It's something that I'm going to be working on over the next month. And we'll probably do the first episode, I think like the last week of November. So as I'm planning, we'll probably be starting the last week of November. But yeah, that's I wanted to throw that out there. Yeah, what do you guys think? Am I crazy? Am I rugged?
No, I can hear
No,
you.
no.
Phone a friend. You want to phone a friend?
I'm like, we're talking all at the same time forever.
Yeah, now you have like all the attention on you now, Barbie. Like that is a huge idea. Who wants to be a millionaire? I think it's a really great thing. I think it's actually one of those things that like people are already aware of and they're already really into game shows. I think that Huddle Day got you in the taste of like reality meets game show, and it fits you. It fits your brand.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. And I think it's, what? Here's the thing is like when we talk about crypto and blockchain taking over, all industries, it's just another one that's just taking over the industry, right? Like creating these shows, especially something like a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire vibe, right? Like is pretty cool because think about this. Like, I'm definitely gonna make like the questions harder as they go along. We'll have like all the options, but it will have to be live streamed because these motherfuckers are definitely gonna be trying to Google some shit, and I need to be able to watch you while you're answering these questions. Okay, that's gonna happen as well.
Are
But
there going to be questions related to crypto, like only crypto kind of questions?
I think that whoever is like the sponsor of like the bigger sponsors, I think that those the like two main questions are going to be about their project. Or maybe you know what? Maybe it might be all about. Oh, okay. I'm cooking too much on a recorded space. Let me scale back here. Listen, I'm putting this shit together. If you want to be involved, hit me up in the DMs.
Yes, we can't give away the secret sauce. Sorry.
Yeah, and I'm like, Jesus. And me, I'm so excited. I'm out here literally like 2 tablespoons of badass fish.
KFC, the grandson of the KFC, the colonel of KFC. Remember Colonel Sanders?
Yeah.
His grandson just released the secret recipe of KFC and all that stuff. It was pretty funny the other day. He released it, so I'm gonna be making fried chicken at home for the next couple of weeks to perfect that recipe. But that's funny that you came up with that idea.
I was thinking about getting Popeyes today.
Yeah, Popeyes maybe. But I think a lot of people that are in this space, we probably don't even watch that much TV because we're all like wrapped up in this world of crypto. So something like that, like related to entertainment or like reality TV meets game show, is something I think that's needed, and it's not enough tapped into. Is this sort of entertainment value of like just watching people and having a fun game tied to it. So yeah, I think it's a great idea. I think it'll work out, and whatever promotion you need, we will help you.
That's like that's the direction you're moving. And by the way, like you're like spot spot on. I could see it being successful. And I was just wondering, like really more importantly, are you posting can you post the KFC recipe and like
I'll
the
post it.
big screen?
I saved it. Yeah.
And then I DM'd you, and thank you for reaching out to me. And look, I'm not going to talk about that on, we can talk about that offline, and I appreciate that. But the lately I've just been getting like so amped up about like coming into spaces and like seeing like positivity and people are trying to operate this way. So like I hope everybody wins. Like like let's go for the bull run whenever that starts. And like let's win together and just be honest. It's not hard to do. It's really not hard to do. Just be, because we're all like, we're probably smarter than the people that are being dishonest, right? So let's just work together. Everybody wins. It's not a competition. It's like it should be a collective.
Yeah, man. Like intention is real. Like the first step to get anything done is to have intent, to have sort of like a game plan and sort of really putting your ideas out there in the real world. Now, continuing on with that idea and enacting them just raises the probability of it happening. But if you don't have that like conviction of saying, this is going to happen, I'm going to make it happen, or if you're just kind of going through the motions, sort of it's much harder, and things can change, and sometimes you might change too quickly your drive, and then that's how things sort of fall apart. But if you have like conviction about something, you're like, nah, man, I believe in this, and I'm going to get the right people behind me, and this is going to happen. The best salesmen are almost like preachers in a sense. They're like almost like cult leaders in a sense. They bring this sort of belief
They put you,
system.
they put you like they like lull you to
right?
sleep. They
Yeah.
lull you to sleep, like
In a way, yeah, because it's reaffirming.
No,
the
it's like
conviction of what people have,
like
and then that's sort of the name
it's
of the game.
it's special, dude. Like some people just have like the gift of gab. Like I can talk, but I don't think I'm like that eloquent. But like I've been on like my job has been like basically on the phone since I was like the first time I got a call like out of college. I was like 21. I was doing mortgages, which I've like basically been in all my life. I'm a licensed mortgage loan officer now. I don't do that, but anyways, the first time I like made a phone call, like the first couple times, I'd be like shaking picking up the phone. Like, and I just all had like a reverse notation calculator, a stack of fucking papers to call, and a phone, and I'd be so nervous. But like now, like I make friends like everywhere I go, or make connections, and that's one of the things that I love about crypto is. Yesterday, I talked to people in 10 different countries, and like everybody's here for the same thing. I actually considered adopting this 14-year-old Nigerian that like onboarded me to the subsector of the dojo dogs.
Is
And it's
that,
so ridiculous.
hold on,
It's so ridiculous.
hold on. So speaking of Nigeria, we have Christian's doppelganger from Nigeria on stage. He's unmuted and then muted and then unmuted. Can we go to him and find out, are you related to Christian here, the clown?
Waka Laka Nioma, I see. This is
Is
wow,
this
long
your
lost
cousin?
brother. I didn't know. I mean, sometimes these kinds of connections just happen on the fly. But I wouldn't be surprised. There's lots of clowns out there. There's lots of different types of clowns. But maybe,
I've been,
Waka Laka Nioma.
dude, I've been trying to get the Nigerians onto this app, man. I mean, for like, like one Nigerian loaf of bread is one post, dude. It's like amazing.
I can bring some Nigerians to you guys, like good dudes in the dojo dogs that are like kind of subsect in like 100% text. You want some people on there, and dude, they're such great people, dude. They're great people, and like everyone's just like, really trying to better themselves.
I particularly want this Nigerian who's using Clown's PFP.
Well, that makes sense.
This app is bullish for literally anybody.
Nobody copies my PFP, Christian. I'm kind of jealous right now.
I'm actually, this is the first time I've seen it.
Really?
Actually, shout out to Riznator out here. Riznator, he's on the team. He's been a long-time clown member. He's a super OG in the space. He's the one that created this PFP that you're looking at, guys. So big shout out to Riznator. Nader, give him a clap, give him a round of applause. I think it's a great logo. We had to do a logo change. Our meme was Insane Clown Protocol, and we had a Juggalo as our logo for a long time. And now Juggalos are cool and all associated with Insane Clown Posse, but we decided to rebrand and become more of a general circus clown.
Oh, he unmuted. He unmuted. Yuka Walalaka, are you there?
Yes.
Hey.
But I have a favorite quote from the Insane
Hold
Clown
on.
I said I love clown.
Oh, awesome.
We love you, brother. Thank you for coming.
How are you listening? And then Mama?
I still love Bobby.
Hi, Anna and Neoma, right?
Yes.
Real quick, you are locked in? You're already using Clown?
Yes.
How old are you? Can I ask?
20.
Okay. And not that we care if you're like younger or whatever, you sound young, so that's why I was asking. But are you making money off of it?
No, my accounts have not been verified.
Your account hasn't been verified?
No, my accounts have not been verified.
Okay, because you're a new account, that's why.
Okay.
So, let me see here. I see you're doing a lot of reposts, which is cool. You need to make posts that are your own so that you can bring in more engagement. Make sure that you're like doing a lot of replying. I see here that you are like doing some replies, but make sure like you're commenting and replying so that you can build up your following. Just because we're starting to crack down, we don't want like new accounts. Not to like sound rude, but it's more so about like we want to make sure that people aren't just creating junk accounts. But maybe are you in the Telegram group?
Yes.
Okay, so make sure and go tag Serge and let him know that you would like to be verified. And it's not my call, it's not any of our call, but he will decide based on the parameters that he's set. So he's the dev. And if not right now, make sure that you're just building your account up so that we can bring you on.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
Oh,
Thanks for coming up, and I appreciate it.
No, thank you. I shot you a follow. Hopefully that will help. And yeah, like Barbie said, you wanna have some original posts on your timeline, and definitely join different groups. And I think you're gonna go really. I think this PFP choice is excellent. I definitely love this. It reminds me of like the Dundee campaign where the Dundies they encouraged everybody to use this one Dundee's PFP. How does that make you feel, Christian? Do you like this? Do we want more of these?
I mean, sometimes that's the best advertising is people that are so into the project that they feel like they want to have their PFP represent the project. Like your strategy, you have a BNB like PFP, and you're promoting BNB without even saying a word. When you jump on Spaces, people know automatically that you're in the BNB community, and then you have within your logo your own kind of promotion for text exchange. So I would say maybe something of a variation of our logo is probably cool because it's AI, right? Like you can make something where like the clown is probably positioned in a different way, and maybe he's like the same kind of logo, but it's like in a different way of sort of showing that you've added a creative spin to it so that you're promoting clown, but you're also promoting yourself. This whole application is about promoting yourselves, guys. Like, we're going to get the promotion regardless. When it comes to your promotions, don't cross promote, really focus on just one project at a time and really take advantage of promoting yourself. Really. The idea of making money is great, but like I was saying before, if you take the route of what I think Bitwalker is doing a lot of, shout out to Bitwalker out there. He's one of our best miners. He's promoting himself by promoting his style of posting. And then in a way, he doesn't have, I don't think, a project to promote. Like he doesn't have a coin or anything like that. He's just like a guy that really knows how to post really well. And he just has a style that's very him. And that's sort of like the way you want to be recognized as an artist. An artist gets recognized by their style, and if their style happens to sort of become more and more viral and more recognized over the years, that's really where your brand, it speaks for itself over time. People just look at that style and they're like, that's that guy. Like Banksy's got a style, and you can't miss Banksy's style. It's so easy to spot, and all these other styles out there. That like that's just the way it is. Like, but it's something you have to curate. It's that you have to sort of like, it's a big trial and error phase of finding your voice, finding your groove, and finding your brand. And then when you have it, you stick with it, and over time, maybe even that brand in and of itself is curated. And then really it gets down to the nitty gritty of something that you've really, grabbed and conceptualized, where you could really, sort of get it to translate to people. But that's what it's about, making connections and making a genuine effort on connecting with people through your art form. That's why I think it's such a great brand that we have, Clown. It's like clowns are doing this like the real clown, like a regular day clown puts his passion and effort into making the world a happier place. That's the drive of the clown, not money, not acceptance, not nothing, but just really just trying to make the world a little better. And that's sort of what we need in the crypto space more than anything. We want to make the regular everyday normie or the people out there that are outside of crypto. We want to change the image of crypto. We want crypto to be something seen as legitimate, but also not necessarily riddled with scams. And I can tell you, me personally, I feel ostracized to a certain extent from my own friends and family ever since I've jumped into crypto 100%. Now, I was always into crypto. I was always like in the idea of talking about it and dabbling into coins and Bitcoin and Ethereum and stuff like that. But when I went really hard into ICP a few years ago, like my family and friends were like, "Oh, that's it." He drank the Kool-Aid. he's now a part of them. And the thing is that they just have a perception of like, "Oh my God, there's too many scammers in that space," and like, I don't want to take the chance of like getting sucked into that. Now, part of it is also that they just don't see what I see. Part of it is also a pioneering perspective, like looking at the world and saying, the world is going to go in this direction, and I want to be a part of it. Now, everybody has their own lives and they do their own thing, but really there's a lot of hesitancy when it comes to this space. Even though it is the future, is what we think is going to be the future, a lot of people are just not into it. They're just not game for that kind of future, and they're kind of intimidated by it. And so they don't even want to give it any thought. And then if they see you really into it, they're sort of like, "Oh, well, that's what you're into. And I guess, I'll see you when I see you." Now, in a way, I feel like I'm like, all right, well, this is the sacrifice that I'm making for my own life, for my own financial freedom, and in a way, I'll have to reconnect with those people in the future when I feel like I have more stable footing, once I get going in this space. But I remember I had to do the same kind of thing many, 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 many years ago when I got into EMS. I'm a paramedic. And when I was 19, 20 years old, I really didn't really know what I was going to do with my life. I went to college. I changed my major like 15 different times. I thought I was going to be a psychologist. I thought I was going to be a therapist, like a physical therapist. I thought I was going to be a doctor. I thought I was going to be this, I thought I was going to be that. And then I just, my father was a paramedic in Miami Beach Fire Department for about 20 years, 30 years. And so I always grew up knowing that, he did that for a living. And so I just went to his station one day and I said, "Papi, show me what this paramedic gig is all about. Show me what being a firefighter is all about." And I literally did one or two shifts in the course of a span of 2-3 weeks. And then I decided, okay, this is what I want to do. I actually am into this and I want to do this. I want to pick up the mantle of what my father's doing. I never thought of myself as doing that, but when I was 19, 20 years old, I felt like that was the best direction for me. And so I picked it up and I had to really double down on going to school and getting my licensures and getting my degree and getting the certification to be a firefighter. It took like 4 or 5 years of really doing really like I had to ostracize myself from my own friends and family in order to get it done. And then I moved from Miami to New York because I fell in love with some girl. I had a long distance relationship. I thought it could work out. And then I go over there and I said, well, I got hired with the fire department here in New York. My relationship didn't work out, but I'm going to stay in New York. And I ended up staying in New York and working in Brooklyn, New York for about 13 years in downtown Brooklyn as a paramedic in one of the hardest places to live and one of the hardest cities to work in. I got cut my teeth as far as like a paramedic and as an EMS professional in that world. But I had to really isolate a lot of my life into becoming that person or having that career and really sort of like having the conviction to do it. Now, that's what I feel like now in crypto. I feel like I'm sort of restarting my life at the age of 41. I'm having to sort of pivot away from EMS, away from the medical field, but putting in the same kind of energy that I remember doing at 19 years old, focusing 100% on something and saying, I don't know how long it's going to take to get established in this, but when I do feel established, I'll be able to ride on that. And at one point or another in my FDNY career, after about 6-7 years in, I was able to coast. I was able to ride on all the experience that I had and all the people that were supporting me and all the money I was making, and sort of coast for like another 6-7 years before I decided to change things up. Now, here in crypto, I plan on being here much longer because this is a financial game and you kind of got to be in the know all the time. But I love the energy that you guys are bringing. You guys are bringing also the same kind of energy of being open to change, being open to this new technology and building this new world that we're all walking into. We're all going to have to do it hand in hand. We're all going to have to do it together. We might as well support each other. And it's not really PvP. It's PHP, player help player. Well, one of the guys said that in the spaces a couple of days ago, Barbie, and I'll never forget that. I'll always try and bring it up. It's player help player. That's really the name of the game. And we're
player versus environment is another one. PvE.
Yeah, PvE is also another way to look at it too.
We have
like
GV
let's start a next page for it.
Damn it! we have GV trying to request up. I don't know why it's not letting them up, but they also have a clown PFP. Christian, I just asked about a clown PFP, and then I heard your whole life story. This is crazy. I love you, man, but geez, we're talking about clowns here. But it's good to have a personality, and definitely show it, because that's how we do this organic. Like, I'm just a crazy Texan, so that likes to ramble on too. But yeah, so GV,
He's probably so fired up that I'm ready to run through a wall. So I love the story.
I know.
Well, I love telling stories.
In fact,
Tokens,
your PV.
I could stop forever.
I think for the Doginal dogs, yours is a beginner PFP as well, or is that an actual?
That's not. It's like I actually just switched it up recently to where now I'm like I was asked to become part of like the Johns and take like more of like just get more involved, which I have been, and I have a lot of respect for the dogs. But I wasn't super active before. Sometimes I take breaks from crypto, but I'm just here to I don't want to be pigeonholed into one place, and I'm there to support them, but I'm there to support everybody that's doing like good shit. Like, excuse my language.
The reason
that's like my makeup as a person. Like,
right.
I want to. You guys are doing something. Like tell me so I can help you out. Like, let me support you. I'll buy in the coin. Like, we'll pump the bags. Like new projects, spread the word. I'm good at connecting people. I'm all for like good actors in this. And like what we really should do is they just create we'll just come up with a name, create an X page, and then we start like onboarding people and giving them like the stamp of approval, which is kind of like what I feel like ClownX, or I'm fucking up the name because I've never seen it before and I love it. I'm already interacting, with my man, and I don't know your name. Because it's under clown.
Christian.
No, clown.
You could just call him
Christian. I heard that, and so I'm gonna speak with you after. But like what you guys are doing sounds awesome. Like I'm like super bullish on these projects, and I don't have a huge following. Like I just clipped like 2,000 followers on X, but I have like a wide reach. And I've been in this space a lot longer than like my crypto would say. I've been trading, since I was like young, and I just want to support people's projects. So, if this coin does well that I'm launching, I want to, and I have an audience, I want to bring in and like highlight other people's projects. Because it's not a competition, like I said before. It's like we work better together than we do apart. The people that are greedy and bad actors are like the ones that like try to profit alone, and they're cheating the system, they're cheating at life, they're losers, and like winners win and losers will all be losers. always be losers.
Well,
So
here's the thing, tokens. The reason I brought up the PFP is because it's important to like find your community, right? Like I like these clowns PFPs. If you wear a doginal dog, there's a lot of doginal dogs on the space. So like it gives you, a reputation or so that's a definitely like a good strategy, marketing strategy is to choose, your PFP wisely. Like mine, my border represents the community that I follow and then when I go into a space, everybody knows that we're all part of one community, just like the doginal dogs do. So I don't know, Christian. I think that maybe this clowns, PFPs meta, it might be a good idea. So if you are marketing on clown, definitely find a PFP that's suitable. But remember, they said don't cross pollinate. So you might want to have something, not identical to Christians. But who knows? What do you think, Barbie, about this PFP strategy I'm thinking of?
I'm literally cooking like, yo, hold on. What if we started making traits and made like a little NFT collection? That'd be kind of cool. And not to sell it, but just to like make the PFPs and then, I think that'd be a really cool thing.
I can do
Yeah.
that. I like NFTs. I'm surprised that not enough NFT platforms use our DApp because it's the perfect way to advertise your NFT and your art. Like you get so many more eyes on your project, and I feel like there's so much good art out there, so much good NFTs, and people are adding utility to the NFT space. Like earlier, Victor was on here. He has an NFT collection called Loteria. And Loteria is Mexican bingo. And he's trying to create an application where the Mexican bingo games are done online. And then if you hold an NFT, you get a cut of like whoever uses your card to play the game. And if they win the game, you get a cut of those earnings. So NFTs are all the craze these days. There's a lot more utility you can add to NFTs, but also having them as your PFP and having people know your brand right away is very, very cool. I like it.
I'm letting GV again know in the DMs. You got to leave and come back because it's having a hard time bringing you back up on stage. But Barbie, can you explain this raid again one more time for me? What's going on here? There's 10 participants, 100 retweets. Is that why it's kind of farming this and why? Can you kind of explain that to me again? And by the way, they are promoting a NFT. I don't know if I was looking into the project.
That's right. I think that they are an NFT. I think you're right. They are definitely doing drops of some sort every day. I let me see here. I'm just gonna look.
It's the same guy that's trying to manipulate the raids, Barbie. It's
Yeah,
the same.
yeah, no, I know, yeah. So there's someone who's found a little bit of an exploit in the system, but Monday we're doing an update, so that exploit will be done. They won't be able to do that anymore because we are going to start prorating. Because yeah, people obviously what we were doing before is that if we didn't hit the raid target on your post, then basically it was refunded to the poster. So people basically were getting, if they, this guy, he's been doing it consistently. We kind of knew that was going to happen as soon as we launched the raids. So we were like, okay, hold on, we gotta and that's also why we've been playing around with the amounts, right? Like some people are a little bit upset because they were like, well, how come the number is this and all of that? So we had to play around with a few features, right, to see and get it right and make sure that nobody was gaming our system. We kind of knew people were going to start gaming it, which is why I was highly encouraging people, like, if you see this and this guy has, he's putting 150 retweets on his post, but 10 people to participate, and like it's just very messy. Like, just don't participate. Just don't participate, right? So I mean,
So is there only 10 people getting paid because of the participants and then like 100 people retweet it and they don't get paid? Is that what's going on?
No, it's that's the minimum. So like when you guys see when you guys see that the campaign is open and that there's a participant amount, even if it goes over the participants, everyone gets paid based off of their engagement. Again, like there's, the several factors, the same things that determine your payments with the allocations are the same. But yeah, like if they have a bajillion retweets on there and that's the goal, then that's a problem. So the other part of that though is what and I was experimenting. I know there's a few people upset because one of my raids didn't go through, but again, it was because that post was an event. It was actually my when I interviewed Futurist with Cam. So there was Cam on there was myself on there was Futurist on there. There was a couple other big accounts on the stage asking questions to Futurist. And so I thought, because the post already had like, I think 75 or 80 likes or something like that, I was like, okay, listen, what I can do is go back and add additional so that the allocators and people who are doing the raid itself still have to max engage, right? And that's the point, is we want max engagement. So I think that what might need to happen is, instead of counting, and I don't know if Surge can make this happen or not, but we'll have to figure it out in the back end. One of the solutions might be that the amount of people that participated just verifies that they've done all of the applicable actions, meaning bookmark, like, comment, instead of worrying about what the engagement was outside of the DApp. So I think that might be the solution. Guys, I'm talking about this. I'm not the dev. You guys know I don't do the zeros and ones. I'm positive that Serge can make it happen. But that's all on him, as is like everything else. So one thing at a time. But our update to make sure that isn't possible, and we're just focused on the participants for now, is coming on Monday. So that guy who's gaming the system he's got till Monday. And if you were smart about posting, you just wouldn't engage in that, because
Yeah, well,
he
thank you.
just joined, like October 3rd is when he signed up to the DApp. So he just got on and he just found this exploit. I don't even know if he's doing it on purpose by now, but he probably is. Who knows? Seems like he has like a Turkish background. But at the end of the day, guys, we only got 10 more minutes left in the space, more or less, just to let you guys know. 10-minute warning.
Well, GB is back on stage finally, and Next
Yes.
Gen's requesting. So let's go to GB.
Hi, Bobby. Hi, Christian. I think
Hey, buddy.
these are the 12. Good day,
No
sir.
love for text.
I was just gonna say, that's so funny. You're like gunning for him to get back on stage. He just doesn't even say that.
Yeah, I think my ex has been rugging. It has been rugging. So sorry about
You're
that.
coming in clear over here, bro.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I can hear you.
Okay, okay. So sorry, my ex has been rugging. That's why I couldn't get on the speaker. I think it's just Christian and Bobby I'm familiar with on here, but I've been clowning for a while now. I think since May, if I've not forgotten, since May. I used to be on the space, like I follow up the space all the time whenever there's space on Sundays and Thursdays. Today I forgot because of the conditions we have here, and actually I'm from Nigeria too, and because of the conditions we have here, the power supply. So that's why I got in late, and I think when I came in, I heard you discussing about Nigeria and all that, but I didn't get the whole story. Yeah, but that was why I requested for the mic to
Yeah, no,
say hi.
I wanted to bring this up, GV, and I love your PFP, the clown thing. I'm totally thinking anybody else should definitely, if they're not, if they're deciding on what PFP they should use and promoting clown, I think something like yours is very cool. It kind of like brand alignment, but you're not actually saying you're from clown. But anyway, I have a question. So you've been on Clown app since May. How's it going for you? Do you need any advice? Have you upgraded your printer? Can you tell the audience here how you're doing and with it?
Oh well, it has been a very great experience. It has been an amazing experience being using the Clown Dap, and I've really made a lot of money though compared compared to the rates. The rates of things here are different from things over there, like from your own side. So, but then I've made substantial amounts over the period of time I've been clowning till now, and I think I've onboarded quite a number of people though even before the referral program started, and I also have a little group on WhatsApp where whenever I onboard anyone, I put them through. Because most of the people here don't understand how the DApp works and all that. They're not used to, excuse me, they're not used to all this um X. They are not used to X and how some of them don't even know how to operate X. You understand? So you have to like teach them from learning how to use X and how to make posts, use the DApp
Well, I know they've
and all
just
that.
implemented the referral link, so I'm assuming you're giving them your referral link, and then when you teach them how to use the DApp, you can make some money from them using the app. Have you tried that yet?
Yeah, but the thing is, my printer, I'm not up to the level to be getting from their own share as my referrals because of my printer level. But then I'm still upgrading my printer and all that. I've also been putting them through all that, how to upgrade the printers and how to go about everything. Just that you know how it is. I understand how the DAP works, so it's with time. I suppose you earn the tickets.
Another option that I've been working with is that I somewhat run my own little side agency in terms of like doing the work for people. And so if you're out there and you're getting projects that want to use the DAP and you're bringing us projects, right? Like not only referral rate, but what I do because I do work
Most
for
of
these
things
projects.
online just like that. You have to convince and convince, like show them with evidence and all that. It's kind of stressful.
Am I rugged?
No, I think he is. So he doesn't hear you talking. GV, can you hear Barbie talking?
I
GV?
don't think he can. I don't
No.
think he can hear me.
Maybe that Nigerian
Um,
connection. But I'm glad to hear that there's Nigerians using this app. He just dropped off. But definitely like that. That brings up a good point. If you teach people how to use Clown app, and you do have to, he brought up a good point. You do need a bronze printer. So in order to be a ringleader, okay. So definitely upgrade your printer to bronze first, and then he's requesting backup. And then you can be a ringleader. So that's exciting. Nobody's using my link because I've actually been shilling Barbie's link, but I want to be a ringleader one day. Anyhow, Sammy, next gen, your hand's been up for a little bit. Let's go over to you while we try to get GV back up.
Yeah. Good day, everyone.
hey, how
How are you doing?
Can you guys hear? Yeah. Actually, I'm a Nigerian too, and I haven't been long on clown. Although I've spent like maybe like a few weeks, and then I've been able to upgrade my printer to bronze, and I've also been able to refer quite a number of people within the duration. I will actually see this like clown is actually a very good platform, like where you can earn well, and all the people in which I've been referring have actually been enjoying it. I also kind of like created a Telegram group and then a WhatsApp group where I actually teach people and then kind of refer them and show them how they go about clown. I actually made a video also of how to navigate through it and then verify the account and everything. Like clown has actually been able to like provide a little sort of income for me, and then people are really enjoying it. And even through clown itself, I actually met other people that are kind of like really interested in clown and want to bring their project to clown. Clown has actually been very to like very well.
I'm excited to hear that. And I know we spoke a little bit in the back channels there about this. And this is what I want to say is like, Clown has the opportunity, right? And here's the thing: what I've been doing is that there's some people who don't want to go, in the background and sign up and do the whole back end thing. For example, Crypto Junkie, right? Like, for CFUC. They do their allocation for me. I go into my back end, I put the allocation in, but I also take 10%, right? Which is like a super minimal amount, but I've just saved everyone, that little extension. So reality, right? For those of you guys who are smart and you're talking to a bunch of projects, do the same thing, right? You've now started yourself your own little side marketing agency where you're earning just for going in and putting those allocations in. So if you guys want to know more about how to kind of do that and set yourself up, I can definitely talk to you about that another day, because they do have to shut this space down right away. I'm doing a coffee and crypto event, IRL event today at my girlfriend's cafe. I got her to start accepting crypto. So we've extended the invite to some of the crypto community out here in Mexico City. So really excited for that. But as usual, we'll do our Sunday space. Sunday is a show and live raid space. So for those of you guys who, like CFUC, want to have your raid put up, get together a post that you're going to want a raid on, DM me. There's the other thing I also noticed, and one thing I wanted to talk about was what's it called? The raids. We may have to do limited raids, because I just realized, at the same time, people get a limited amount of posts. So I think the most amount of posts someone can make in a day is 5. So I've got to toy with this idea, or toy with levels or tiers of people who are doing the raids in terms of how many people will participate. So there's some stuff, guys. We're playing around. We're playing around with these ideas, but either way, it's been a great success. Like CFUC said down there in Crypto Junkie, he's been having nothing but a good experience. I've heard only this from my clients. Actually, a lot of people are saying, "Hey, it's really cool. You're seeing the post boost. You're seeing the engagement go up. We're getting more people. For example, like Crypto CJ was saying, we're getting more people in our space. We're getting more eyes on us, and all of these things, right? Like, listen, we're not here to necessarily sell your chart, right? Like, we're not shilling your project, right? But we are at the same time boosting you and helping you get more eyes on your project. And we have seen a lot of really good things in terms of the chart. We had another project that, I think their budget was like $300 over the span of a week, and their market cap went up $100,000 after the week of utilizing our service. So $300 to $100K, market cap increase. Obviously, they're working as well, but it's nothing's by accident, right? So all of these really cool features, everything that we're kind of doing here, there's so many opportunities. Like I said, if you guys want to, break off and start your own little side marketing agency and utilize the DApp and the tech from the DApp to push your projects and push your people, you know what I mean? You're building rating teams, put them on your fucking referral link, right? Like, if you're doing all this already, let us help you get paid instead of trying to figure out how to close your contracts and do all this. Let us help you, do that, right? If you are the person that can reach out and go to projects and say, hey, for, minimum $20, I can get a raid going, and you're going to get at least, 50 comments, 50 likes, whatever, right? Like, that's a smoking deal. And even, I see CJ down there throwing up the emojis, but, it's all organic. And so you're definitely able to, right? You put in, listen, I laugh because I'm doing these allocations, and it's like, I'm probably making an extra, 40 to $50 a week right now, just getting these allocations put in. So yeah, like, just go for it. And if you guys want more info on how that works and how to set yourself up, please definitely do set up, message me and let's try and set up a time. If there's a handful of you guys, I'll try and make it like one space or one session. So I can show you guys how to kind of do that portion of it, and build yourself your own marketing agency utilizing this platform. So there's so many opportunities here, guys. There's literally just so much going on with this app that we're so new to it that we're as long as you're doing honest work and as long as you're representing the gap well, and putting your best foot forward, we're here to support you, we're here to build, and we're here to just come up with new ways and creative ways to make money off of marketing, right? So with that, I'll pass the mic around, let everyone kind of have a last word. I want to thank everybody down in the audience. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for pulling up week after week. Oh, and because I'm going to let the guys shut it out, before I forget, tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I have an AMA with Open Chat. So yeah, if you guys want to pull up tomorrow morning, we will be chatting to Open Chat. I'm excited. It's like a decentralized Discord community chat type situation. So yeah, really, really interesting. With that being said, Clown, any last words?
I have last words if Christian doesn't go.
Jesus Christ.
I know you were going. You were totally bypassing me because I have a lot to say, but I don't. You said it all. Oh, there, Christian, you want to go? I saw an emoji. Okay, so basically, like Barbie said, there's lots of opportunities, and more importantly, we don't gatekeep here on crypto Twitter like a lot of other places. We let everybody get a mic on stage, and the fact is, it's decentralized, and like Barbie was saying, is you can actually use the Clown platform to promote your own marketing ability, and it helps everybody. So like you're helping grow. Oh, I guess Christian just fell down. Did you see that? So you're going to help grow the Clown community and grow what you're doing. So it's a win-win-win-win for everybody. Definitely reach out to Clown and Barbie. Don't reach out to me because I'm not a ringleader yet. I'm just a crazy Texan here to support my lovely Web3 wifey, Barbie. And with that, he's coming back as Snowge. I like it. I'm going to get him up here. Hey, back to
I don't know why
you.
the clown rugged me the account, but sorry, Tex. Go ahead. I'll say the last words.
I
But,
just said
I had
my
to come on
last
and snudge.
words. Basically in a nutshell, I said that we don't token gate here. We don't gatekeep here. This app is free for anybody to use to market their own stuff. And it's a win-win situation. So over to you, Christian, Snowge, Clown.
No, thank you. Yeah. My alter ego Snowge now. No, but thank you guys for coming. I'm sorry I had to I don't know why the clown account just stopped working the mic. I got rugged. So but it is what it is. We're working with what we got here, and I'm really glad you guys showed up. My gosh, staying here for the whole spaces. You guys are all stars. Aubrey, Trap DeFi, Mo, EAC. Thank you again, EAC, for promoting the space on Pump Fun and streaming it like you always do. We really appreciate that. Paul John, Mean, what's it called? Cyber Moon, everybody here. YTNL on the team, GV, thank you for showing up. Tokens, thank you for coming today. We'll definitely link up after the space and I'll set you up. Crypto Junkies, thank you so much for coming, brother. Trash Panda, thank you again to Tex and Barbie. You guys have really been all-stars here helping me and helping Clown, and we really couldn't have done it without you guys. And come again tomorrow. Yeah, we're gonna have an AMA with Open Chat. Open Chat is one of the best social media apps on CP, and we're gonna have an AMA tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern, noon Eastern. Join us tomorrow, and if you can't come tomorrow, come on Sunday at 3 p.m. for our regular show space. All right, ciao, guys.
Ciao, Aldo Retti.